We wake up near the village of San Francisco, and after breakfast, we go for a visit. We're met by the town band. This is a prosperous village with its own schools. We're greeted by the mayor, the lieutenant governor of the district, and the head of the schools. They're very organized here. Everyone turns out for show and tell. This man is weaving the palm fronds into the thatching they use for roofing materials. This man demonstrated an ingenious tool they use to repair their fishing nets. This woman is processing sugar cane. Here they're processing manioc or cassava by heating the ground manioc to dry it out. Next, the dry masa is pressed through the woven screen. The fine powder that goes through the screen is tapioca. This woman is beating jungle leaves to make a dye. And this is how they dye fibers. The village church is next on our walk. The village herbalist is a very important person. He explained how the various jungle plants were used medicinally for sore muscles and joints, upset stomach, and headaches. At the top of the hill above the village is a pavilion. The kids of the village have gathered to entertain us. With a little prompting from George, they sing for us. The secondary school girls dance for us in traditional costumes. Then we have the opportunity to buy some souvenirs of our visit to San Francisco. And back through the village to the Termalina for lunch. From San Francisco, the captain takes us up the Rio Marañón. Our next stop is the Shaman's Roundhouse. The traditional healer will give us a blessing. We sit around in a circle, and the shaman's apprentice gives us a bean to hold in our hands. The shaman prepares himself for the ceremony. While one apprentice chants, the other moves around behind us, sprinkling water on our heads. The shaman moves around the group with a bouquet of feathers, chanting. Then he makes the rounds again with a cigar of jungle plants and blows smoke in our hands. Now we're off to explore a nearby lake by canoe. The lake is rich in wildlife. Then back to the skiff for the trip back to Termalina and dinner. But we're not done tonight. We have a night walk in the jungle. We're up as the sun rises for our last day on the Amazon. We have one more excursion into the jungle on the Marañón. Back in the skiffs for one more time. We're going to get some exercise with a walk through the jungle to the suspended walkway. Back at St. Regis, we're warned about 2 orphan monkeys that the staff has adopted. They like to steal cameras, especially the little howler. When we're safely back on the Turmalina, the captain heads back to Iquitos. This is where the Amazon begins, where the brown water of the Ucayali meets the blue-black water of the Marañón. We wave goodbye to the passing Riverinos. The cabin boys have delighted us every day with their towel origami. Now we get a chance to see how they do it. Then it's cocktail time and, of course, the band. Tonight there's an encore performance of George's Turmalina Rap. After dinner, the crew comes out for introductions and our thanks. In the morning, back in Iquitos, we have an early flight to Lima. Being from Seattle, our first destination back in Lima is Starbucks. We continue our walk through the San Isidro district. It's a residential area with distinctive international style architecture, pre-World War II. The district is home to 58 embassies and consulates. There are flowers everywhere. Then we're back at the Swiss Hotel for our farewell dinner. It's been a great experience, and we're looking forward to our entertainment tonight, an introduction to folk dancing of Peru. The first dance is the Huayno, with dancers in Quechua costumes. The next dance is the Marinera, a courtship dance and the most prominent of the traditional dances of Peru. Next is a carnival dance from Lima with over-the-top costumes. The final dance is the Huaylas from the central Andes of Peru. Then we get a try at it too, but we'll need a little more practice. We wrap it up with a group picture. Some of the group will be continuing on in the morning to Machu Picchu, and the rest will be headed home tonight